So my project for the last 2 weeks has been trying to get get my '84 Camaro back on the road. I got it in the shop, got the transmission out of it, and I'm installing a t56, which is kind of a waste of time to put behind a 305. But I just got to kind of get this thing on the road so I'll have something else to drive on my S10s down. And no more than it's costing me. I already had the parts because I was going to put the 400 that's in the Caprice now and the 6-speed in the Camaro. I had pretty much all the parts I needed to do it, so I was going to talk about what all I had and what all come with the kit I bought from Hawks Motorsports. This is the clutch I bought to go behind the 400. It's a Mccleod high capacity clutch. The advertisement says it's good for 500 horsepower on the street. This car is probably going to get to see some track time. We're going to kind of play around with, I'm going to throw an intake on this engine and probably induce it with nitrous and see how it holds up. I don't want to blow it up because I kind of want to save it, but I kind of want to see how much torture a little 305 can take before I blow it up. But anyways, I bought this clutch when I was going to put the 400 in the car. This flywheel come from Napa, and it is just a regular stock flywheel for a 305. It was $77, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. Trying to stick to the low buck theme on this car because it's not worth restoring or anything. That's why I'm going to kind of just drive it, enjoy it, and race it a little bit, and just have fun with it. I've got under that green sheet right there, I've got a 350 Goodwrench 350 crate motor. I'm going to open up the ring gaps on it and put a nitrous cam in it and some thin head gaskets, and I got some big valve heads over there I'm going to put on it, and just see what kind of power I can get out of that. I'm hoping maybe shoot for like 500 on nitrous, so we'll see how that goes. So the kit I bought from Hawks Motorsports come with everything. The advertisement said it come with everything needed to install a t56 in a 3rd gen Camaro. Came with the clutch pedal, the linkage, all the bolts and nuts bagged and labeled. Come with a shifter and a shift knob. Come with the shift boot for the console. It's inside. It's a new shift boot and everything. It's really nice. I know this kit's a lot of money, but it can kind of save you some time if you don't want to take the time of pulling it out of a car yourself. So that's kind of the route I went. I couldn't find what I needed at the time and didn't have the room or the space to really pull all the parts. It come with the flywheel bolts, all kinds of switches that I probably won't need, clutch bolts. It's all bagged and labeled. You couldn't ask for any better kit for somebody that pulled parts out of a car. If you asked for this at a regular junkyard, they would probably just give you the clutch pedals and the slave cylinder set and the transmission. So it's a well-designed kit. I'm really pleased with it. Here's my worn-out 700 R4. It's probably going. I don't know, one of my buddies wants it, so I might sell it to him, or I might keep it around as a spare. I kind of want to rebuild it and put it in a low buck C10, but we'll see. We'll see what we get figured out there. We'll work out a pretty good deal on it either way. So at this point, I've taken the driver's seat out and the console, and I've pulled the steering column, and I'm almost ready. I'm going to have to pull up the juke padding underneath the carpet, which is going away anyways for weight savings. But I got to unbolt this pedal assembly and start bolting in the new pedal assembly. So that's kind of the next thing on my list. But hopefully by like around January 1st, I'll be able to take it down the road here at the house and then maybe by February I'll be able to drive it. Maybe drive it daily or just drive it around town for a little while, make sure everything's right. So as a whole, I'm really pleased with the Hawks Motorsports kit. If I ever went to do this to another third-gen Camaro, I probably would. I'd love to find another third-gen Camaro, but I don't think I'm ever going to. I won't find one just like this one in gray. I want a gray 84 with a 305 and a 5-speed. Just a nice daily driver, but that's probably not going to happen. I'd like to find one, but anyways, I'm really pleased with this kit from Hawks Motorsports. It did come with the clutch and the flywheel out of the LT1 car that the transmission came out of, but it will not fit my original 305, so I'm not really worried about that. But hopefully in a month or two I'll have this thing out driving it and enjoying it. And if you're on the fence about buying the kit, I think it's worthwhile. I think it's money well spent. One thing I did do to save me some money, they're just in South Carolina, so I drove my little white S10 down there and back in a day. That was a long day, but I drove down there and back and picked up the transmission and all the parts and everything, and that saved me quite a bit in truck freight, because that's how they deliver it, on a pallet. But if you have any questions about this kit, please feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer.